Not every game needs to be a sprawling open world where you're constantly chasing icons on a map. Some of the best experiences in gaming are linear adventures that guide you down a carefully crafted path. These games are tightly woven, offering unforgettable stories, jaw-dropping set pieces, and moments that stay with you long after the credits roll. Today we're diving into 20 great linear games every gamer must experience. Each of these titles brings something unique to the table, whether it's emotional storytelling, intense action, or a world so immersive you lose track of time. Let's take a closer look. Let's kick things off with a bang. Uncharted 4 is the perfect blend of action, exploration, and storytelling. The fourth entry in Nathan Drake's saga feels like the culmination of everything Naughty Dog had been building up to. It's not just about ancient ruins and hidden treasures. It's about family, loyalty, and the cost of chasing your dreams. What sets Uncharted 4 apart is its pacing. One moment you're solving intricate puzzles in a forgotten temple, and the next, you're part of an explosive car chase through a bustling city. The Madagascar set piece, easily one of the most memorable sequences in gaming history. And yet, it's the quieter moments, like Nathan and Elena sharing a meal or the heartfelt flashbacks to Nate and Sam's childhood, that make this game unforgettable.
Nathan! You alright?
You there! Don't move!
Run for it! This way! We can lose him!
This is Officer Murphy. We've got 2 burglary suspects on foot. 1 adult, 1 juvenile.
Freeze, goddammit!
You there! Down on the ground! Hands on your head! Stop, goddammit!
Come on! Go, go, go!
There! Gotcha!
If you skipped Titanfall 2's campaign, you missed out on one of the finest single-player experiences of the last decade. This game wastes no time. Every mission introduces a new mechanic or concept, and it never overstays its welcome. The standout mission, Effect and Cause, is a mind-bending masterpiece. Switching between past and present to solve puzzles and outmaneuver enemies is thrilling. But what truly elevates this game is the relationship between you and BT, your Titan. It's a buddy cop dynamic in the middle of a sci-fi war, and it works beautifully. By the end, you'll genuinely care about BT, which makes the final moments hit hard. Dishonored 2 strikes a perfect balance between freedom and structure. It's a linear game in terms of its story progression, but the way you approach each mission is entirely up to you. Play as Corvo or Emily, and decide whether you'll be a merciful ghost or a ruthless avenger. The level design is where this game truly shines. The Clockwork Mansion and the Dust District stand out as some of the most innovative environments in gaming. Every pathway you discover, every clever use of your powers feels rewarding. And let's not forget the game's narrative, which explores themes of power, revenge, and redemption.
I can smell the stench of the void. There's something cooking.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical...
What was that?
You're not...
Frictional games took a bold step away from traditional horror with SOMA. Sure, it's scary, with its monstrous entities and oppressive atmosphere, but the real horror comes from its existential themes. What does it mean to be human? Can consciousness exist without a body? These are the questions SOMA forces you to grapple with. The gameplay emphasizes stealth and exploration, but it's the narrative that will keep you hooked. By the time you reach the game's conclusion, you'll be questioning your own reality. It's unsettling in a way that lingers long after you put the controller down. If you're looking for something vibrant and unique, Hi-Fi Rush is a must-play. It combines rhythm-based combat with a colorful, cartoonish art style that feels like pure joy in game form. Every move you make, every attack, is synced perfectly to the music, creating a seamless blend of action and rhythm. But it's not just about gameplay. The characters are charming, the humor is on point, and the levels are designed with such creativity that you'll find yourself grinning from start to finish. It's impossible to talk about great linear games without mentioning The Last of Us. This game is an emotional roller coaster, taking you through a post-apocalyptic world where every decision feels like a matter of life and death. What makes The Last of Us special is its characters. Joel and Ellie's journey is filled with moments of heartbreak and hope, and the bond they form is one of the most compelling in gaming. Whether you're sneaking past infected or engaging in intense firefights, the stakes always feel incredibly high. Little Nightmares delivers an atmosphere like no other. It's creepy, surreal, and deeply unsettling. You play as Six, a tiny figure navigating a world of monstrous beings, each more grotesque than the last. What I love about this game is how it tells a story without a single line of dialogue. The environments, the lighting, and the sound design do all the heavy lifting, creating a haunting narrative that sticks with you. This is more than a game, it's an experience. Hellblade takes you deep into the mind of Senua, a warrior struggling with psychosis. The game's binaural audio design is phenomenal, immersing you in her world of voices and hallucinations. The combat is intense, but the real star here is the story. It's a journey of grief, loss, and ultimately acceptance. Few games have left me as emotionally drained and as satisfied as Hellblade. Sifu isn't just about fighting, it's about learning. Every time you die, you age, gaining experience, but also getting closer to your final breath. It's a game that demands patience and precision, and mastering its combat system is one of the most rewarding experiences I've had. The environments are beautifully designed, from neon-lit nightclubs to serene temples, and the story, while simple, serves as a perfect backdrop for this intense journey of revenge. The original Dead Space set a new standard for survival horror, and the remake takes everything to the next level. From the updated visuals to the enhanced sound design, this is Dead Space as it was meant to be experienced. It's a masterclass in atmosphere. Every creak of the USG Ishimura, every distant scream, keeps you on edge. The gameplay is just as tight as ever, and the new features like the expanded zero-gravity sections add even more depth. Control is an absolute mind-bender. Remedy Entertainment takes you into a world where the laws of physics barely apply and reality is constantly shifting. You play as Jesse Faden, who's on a mission to find her missing brother, but you quickly find yourself caught in a battle against a mysterious, otherworldly force known as the Hiss. What sets Control apart is its atmosphere. The brutalist architecture of the Federal Bureau of Control is both oppressive and fascinating, and the way the environment transforms keeps you on edge. And let's not forget the combat. Wielding the shape-shifting service weapon and using telekinetic powers makes every encounter thrilling. The story is dense, filled with lore and mystery, but piecing it together is immensely satisfying. Capcom nailed it with the Resident Evil 4 remake. The original revolutionized third-person shooters, and this remake builds on that legacy with modern visuals and refined gameplay. You step into Leon Kennedy's shoes as he's sent on a mission to rescue the president's daughter from a remote European village. What follows is a masterclass in pacing and tension. From the terrifying village fight at the start to the nerve-wracking encounters with the Regenerators, the game never lets you relax. The updated visuals make the eerie atmosphere even more immersive, and the overhauled controls give the combat a fresh feel without losing the charm of the original.
No sabes con quién te metes. ¿Qué coño?
Guardians of the Galaxy surprised a lot of people, including me. After the lukewarm reception of Marvel's Avengers, expectations were low, but this game delivered a fantastic, story-driven experience. You play as Star-Lord, but you're always accompanied by your team, Rocket, Groot, Gamora, and Drax. The writing is sharp, the dialogue is hilarious, and the banter between characters feels natural. What I love most is how the game balances humor with heart. There are genuine emotional moments that hit hard. Plus, the combat system is fun and chaotic, letting you issue commands to your teammates while blasting enemies with your elemental guns.
Groot! Some of you really coming out of the woodwork! Just keep them away from me so I can fix this thing! Oh, crap! Thanks for the heads up, bud! Branch out, Groot! Ah, I hate bugs!
They serve as preparation for the true battle ahead.
If you haven't played A Plague Tale: Innocence, you're in for an emotional journey. Set during the 100 Years' War, the game follows Amicia and her younger brother Hugo as they flee from both Inquisition soldiers and a supernatural plague of rats. The bond between the siblings is the heart of this game. Amicia starts as a reluctant guardian, but as the story unfolds, their relationship grows in a way that feels authentic and deeply moving. The stealth-focused gameplay keeps you constantly on edge, especially when you're trying to navigate areas swarming with rats. The visuals and sound design are top-notch, making the bleak, medieval world feel terrifyingly real.
me push. Come on, nearly there.
Amicia, why did they kill the pigs?
Maybe to contain the rats here.
Still Wakes the Deep is one of the most atmospheric games I've played in a long time. Set on an oil rig in the North Sea, this game plunges you into a survival horror experience where isolation and terror go hand in hand. The sense of place is incredible. The creaking metal of the rig, the howling wind, and the relentless waves crashing against the structure all contribute to an overwhelming sense of dread. You're not just fighting for survival against unknown horrors. You're doing it in one of the most hostile environments imaginable. It's a testament to how much atmosphere and sound design can elevate a game. Evil West takes the familiar setting of the Wild West and throws in a supernatural twist. You're a vampire hunter armed with both traditional weapons and some fantastical gadgets, battling hordes of monsters in a narrative-driven campaign. The gameplay is fast, brutal, and immensely satisfying. You can seamlessly switch between melee and ranged combat, chaining together attacks for devastating combos. The game's linear structure allows for tight pacing, with every level introducing new enemy types or challenges. It's a pulpy, action-packed adventure that doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's part of its charm. Spec Ops The Line is one of the most haunting games on this list. What starts as a seemingly straightforward military shooter quickly descends into a harrowing exploration of the psychological toll of war. The narrative is where this game truly shines. It's a modern retelling of Heart of Darkness, and it forces you to confront the consequences of your actions. There are moments in this game that will stay with you long after you've finished it. The moral choices aren't black and white, and the game doesn't shy away from showing the cost of violence. It's a brutal, thought-provoking experience.
They're dropping grenades! Move! Get in! Shoot out the window! Fucking Christ! It's all like us! Heads up! Shotgun! Coming for us! Walker, we need a fucking plan here! We can't take this many guys head on! We got movement! Moving out! Yeah! Hostile down!
The Order. 1886 might be one of the most visually stunning games ever made. Set in an alternate version of Victorian London, this cinematic adventure combines third-person shooting with a richly detailed world of steampunk technology and supernatural creatures. While it's often criticized for its short runtime and heavy reliance on cutscenes, I think it's an underrated gem. The atmosphere, the lore, and the sheer attention to detail make it worth experiencing. Plus, the Lycans provide some genuinely tense encounters, and the story leaves you wanting more.
Fuck the army. This is my fight.
Sargana, the Knight Commander has requested that you abandon pursuit. All personnel, please remain clear of the east end of Westminster Bridge. We are witnessing heavy artillery fire at the moment.
Quantic Dream's Detroit Become Human is an ambitious narrative-driven game that puts you in control of 3 androids, each with their own storyline. The game tackles themes of humanity, freedom, and the moral complexities of artificial intelligence. What sets this game apart is the sheer amount of choice. Every decision you make has consequences, leading to multiple branching paths and endings. The characters are deeply compelling, and the performances, especially by Brian Deschart as Connor, are fantastic. It's a game that invites you to replay it just to see how differently things could unfold.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Alan Wake 2 takes everything that made the original great and dials it up to 11. Remedy has crafted a psychological thriller that blurs the lines between reality and fiction. You're not just playing a game, you're living through one of Alan Wake's nightmarish novels. The flashlight mechanic is back, and it's as tense as ever. The game's atmosphere is suffocating, with every shadow potentially hiding a deadly threat. But what really stands out is the storytelling. It's layered, complex, and deeply engaging, drawing you into Alan's struggle to escape the darkness both literally and metaphorically.
He's too fast.
Linear games offer us something truly special. A carefully crafted journey where every moment, every scene is intentional. They remind us that sometimes it's not about where you go, but how you get there. So, which of these have you played? Which ones are you planning to try? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring those incredible stories.